Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of October 2nd to the 8th, 2023. First card out for you is Deep Knowing. Okay, your intuition is going to be really strong this week. I mean, you're Cancerian, so your intuition is always very strong, but you're going to be making some deep epiphanies that I feel like specifically, I'm just feeling this intuitively, that will help improve your mental health. Okay, you're going to make realizations that will help you to relax and calm down. Now, I don't know what exactly this is pertaining to. For instance, if anyone is dealing with like relationship anxiety, you may be making some sort of realization that the person you are feeling anxious about is reflecting a trait or quality that you need to take on yourself, but you're being triggered by that trait or quality, which is causing this anxiety. And you're like having this deep knowing of like looking at where your emotions are being triggered and understanding why they are being triggered. Because usually the people in our lives who bring out an emotional response from us, that emotional response isn't necessarily because they are doing something that we don't like. Sometimes it is always, even if they're doing something you don't like, it's always still a reflection of something that needs changing within yourself, okay? So for example, someone can totally be treating you like crap, right? But that anger, that resentment that builds from that is trying to show you that you need to treat yourself better. And a part of that may be by not keeping this person in your life. Or if you are specifically triggered by something that someone does, say for instance, you have a coworker who's always super loud, center of attention, putting themselves out there, and you're very like annoyed at that. You may be getting annoyed at that because you actually need to take on more of that energy yourself. You know, you may be the quiet one who always does their work, and that makes you mad because you're like, I come to work and I'm calm, I'm quiet, I mind my business, and then here this person is and they're super loud and obnoxious and everyone loves them. And that emotional response is telling you, well, maybe you should be more loud. Maybe you should be putting yourself out there more, So I don't know. Your emotions sort of are a roadmap for what needs healing and changing in your life. And I feel like you're going to be making some deep realizations this week on, in a way that'll help your mental health and your personal journey. We have rejection coming through with the crown chakra. Now, this is a really interesting card because I'm actually reading a book right now on creativity. And I was just reading part of it where it says everyone faces creative rejection, and a lot of time artists of any sort take that rejection as I'm not going to be good at this, or I shouldn't even pursue this. I feel like for some of you watching, this is a week where any area of your life where you were once rejected that made you stop doing it, or stop focusing on that area or creating in that area, whatever it may be, this week you may be coming back to it, okay? For example, if you have a certain degree, say your degree is in computer sciences or whatever, and you applied for jobs in that field, and you went on interviews and got rejected. Maybe the interviewer said you don't know enough for this job, for this position. That may have discouraged you, and then now you're just finding some other random job that doesn't have anything to do with your degree, just to make money. And you're like, I will never know enough, even though I have this degree, in order to get a job. And that's simply not true, okay? It just is a matter of how you market yourself. And you know what? Rejection is always gonna be a part of the process when you put yourself out there, when you're vulnerable, when you apply yourself to anything. So I feel like these fears of being rejected again, or the disappointments of past rejections, are totally getting in the way of your creativity and just allowing you to move forward in life. And I feel like this week is going to be a powerful one for stepping back into that creativity and doing something that you once rejected. For some of you, for example, this could be like love. You had a lot of past failed relationships. You're like, well, I'm going to be single for a long time. I'm going to focus on me. But someone may catch your eye this week and you're like, might want to rethink that. So it'll look different for everyone. We have beloved coming through. Speaking of relationships though, okay, love, relationships, reciprocity, union and intertwinement. So your relationships are coming to the forefront this week, which is not a surprise because we have the solar eclipse in Libra coming up, and we're in Libra season. So this is definitely a time where relationships are totally changing for everyone. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be romantic. Your friendships, your relationships with coworkers is really being highlighted at this time of the year very strongly with the eclipse, okay? Very strongly. So you will see some shifts and changes coming up there. There may be more communication. We're gonna get more details with the tarot. So today we're using the Murder of Crows tarot. First card out is the 11. What is 11? I hate that they don't put the name of the major arcanas on this deck because I don't have them memorized. Okay, let's use context clues, guys. We have a sword, the sword of truth here, and it is facing downwards, not in protection, but in, you know, self-righteousness. We have the scales here of Libra. Okay, the scales of balance. I believe this should be the Justice card, am I right? This is gonna bother me. I'm not gonna check it. We're gonna use our intuition in this reading. So even if it's not the Justice card, I'm reading it as the Justice card. Anyways, this is showing that your past efforts and the work that you put towards yourself is definitely coming full force this week, paying off this week, okay? And this is in the first position, which is the position of like your past couple of weeks and months. You've been working very hard to stay on track with a certain workflow or diet or exercise routine, or just keeping your mental health in check, or, you know, maybe you've been doing some sort of practice you try to do every day that just, you know, is good for you. There's little small habits that I'm seeing that you have been building up for the past few weeks. This week, I'm telling you, it'll pay off big time. You'll see. Actually, let's see what the other cards have to say. We have the Knight of Cups in reversed. Okay. Now, this is your energy with the Knight being in Cups, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But I'm also seeing this as someone else in your life. And remember how we used that example earlier of there may be someone in your life who is sort of triggering you emotionally. It's coming up as this Knight here, this Knight of Cups in reversed. I feel like if this is love, if this is romance, you fear that they may be this romantic person or give up this romantic front, but there's like a fear within you that they are a player, or that they don't actually want something serious and they're just saying all the right things to kind of keep you in their life and just kind of, you know, get what they want from you, which could be whatever, affection, love, sex. I mean, you know, to a degree, all relationships are like that. But there's an intense fear or anxiety here that I'm seeing within you that needs to be worked through. But I want to see the surrounding cards here. It is next to what I believe is the Justice card. And, you know, justice does show that someone has pure intentions for you. I do wonder if this person, whoever it may be, they may not be the best at, you know, being emotionally consistent, which is definitely a point of concern. Okay, for example, like they may have genuine intentions for you. They just may not know how to properly show love and affection in a very regular way. Like they may be, it's weird. I'm getting a weird thing here. Like in person, they may be very loving and things feel right, things feel good. But I wonder if, like, when you're not in person, you may get inconsistency, like over text or calling or something. I don't know. Third card out, we have the Five of Cups in reversed. Okay. Wow. All right. I am seeing an ex here. I am seeing past situation here that you're leaving behind. But weird energy. I don't know. I feel like emotionally you have moved on from something from your past. It doesn't even have to be love. This could be like if you had any falling out with friends or family who still kind of lingers in your life a little bit, or even if this is like an old job, old situation that you have left, I still see you kind of lingering there. Some of you, for example, may have gotten a new job and you may be revisiting your old job this week or something. Like it's somehow still in your life, even though emotionally, like you've checked out. So this is a situation or a relationship with a lot of past energy, and emotionally you have checked out. You have moved on at this point, but it still lingers and remains in your life in some way, shape, or form. So this could be like an ex that you're still friends with. I'm picking up, like, you may be picking up some very subtle psychic intuition that they may have some lingering feelings there, okay? Very subtle. And I don't know, it's just really interesting. All right, moving on. Second row, fourth card out, we have the Three of Pentacles in reversed. Okay, yeah, I feel like your energy is trying to blend better with the people in your life at this time. And again, I keep coming back to this example of like someone in your life you're not really working well with, or like you're trying to learn and figure each other out. This could be a coworker who, like, the way you communicate with each other, like it may not be that great. Or this could be love. This could be someone you're dating or that you're really into. And, you know, when you're in person, fireworks, you know, spark, things are great, things are wonderful. But there's something here about, like, I keep coming back to communication that is frustrating for you, or like certain aspects about how they communicate are frustrating for you. And this week is all about like figuring out how to sort of blend, how to work better together, okay? I'm also seeing here, this is right underneath the Justice card, a need, or how do I put this? A desire for your work or your creativity to be appreciated. Okay, ooh, and this goes in all areas of life here. It'll apply to you, okay? If you have a business, for example, or you have some sort of platform, there is a deep desire within you to get more eyes on you, to attract more people who appreciate your work. If this is in the workplace, like you're employed, okay, this is like wanting more thanks, you know, wanting more appreciation for the work that you do from your employers. If this is in love and friendships and relationships, like you want to be, you want other people to be more grateful for you. You know, I just feel this desire, like I do a lot here. I put a lot of work in. My work is beautiful. My work is great. But, you know, it's going unappreciated, I feel. Or like you just have this desire for more gestures of appreciation, or gestures and physical tangible evidence of people appreciating and loving you. Now, there's a lot that we can unpack from that. You know, are you basing some of your self-worth off of other people and their approval and, you know, them telling you, you know, good job and showing appreciation? On the other hand, you know, this is a very normal desire in relationships and work. Like you want to be appreciated. So I don't know, that's just an energy I'm feeling, but let's see how the week continues. We have center of your spread is the Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. Right underneath that Knight of Cups in reversed. Now, this is a card about lying, cheating, stealing, really. More so, I view it more so as a card of like only looking out for your own needs, you know, not having that much empathy. Okay, it could be a good person. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no toxic energies in your life with this person. However, you may be picking up that they're lacking some empathy here. They're not seeing things from your perspective, not acknowledging the work that you put in, all that you do. And, you know, I'm just feeling a sense of like, like pondering, like observing someone who you may suspect is a little bit selfish or lacks that empathy. And because they lack that empathy, you know, they're not really appreciating all that you do to the fullest extent. So there may be someone who you feel like is taking you for granted, or you may feel like your work, your creativity is being taken for granted. And I just keep wanting to explore that a bit more and unpack that a bit more. Like, how is this reality around you where you feel like you're unappreciated a reflection of your own internal belief systems and your own internal reality? All right, that's something you can think about, journal about, ponder about. Okay, in which ways am I attracting this reality to myself? In which ways why am I emotionally triggered by this? You know, why am I upset by this? You know, that may be a good journal prompt for you, something to ponder. Sixth card out is the King of Cups. Okay, yeah, we're moving up in the world here. I'm seeing a story where you went from someone who was Knight of Cups, reversed energy. They had a lot of romance, and like they told you, I want this, I want something long term, I want something beautiful, whether it's romantic, friendship, whatever. And you just suspected all along that they just were too selfish. They were in a period of their life where they were too selfish, and you know what? They may not like have had the substance, the emotional skills to have something more long lasting and a mature, healthy adult relationship. They may have literally lacked the experience, the skills to do that. And you're saying, listen, I'm not going to be your teacher here. Like, I ain't your mom, I ain't your teacher, okay? Like, figure that out on your own, all right? And I especially want to say, divine feminine people watching, okay? It is not your job to chase. It is not your job to teach and to beg and to, be the mom for the people in your life, unless you're literally a mother, in which case that is your job. However, like, it's not your job to do that with other grown adults, especially divine masculine adults, okay? So I don't know, I see someone coming in for you this week who they may be newer to your life. King of Cups, they could be older than you, or just have a lot of life experience. They come off as older than you. All right, maybe they just don't have like an anti-aging skincare regimen. I don't know. And this person is like fully like divine masculine, showing their love, very consistent. Okay, that word consistency is really striking a chord in me. And I feel like, how do I put this? Wow, this is gonna sound so bad. I don't wanna say like they're a good distraction from the past and, this person who was more selfish for you, but I feel like they're actually helping you heal from the past. The more you get to know them, the more you spend time with this mature person, okay? And sometimes that's just how it is, man. Like the universe, inner psychology is a weird thing sometimes where you don't necessarily want to like use someone to get over someone else, but sometimes what you need to get over the past is really just new people, new experiences who don't traumatize you and treat you wrong. So there isn't a healing element to this. And I want to say love, unconditional love, healthy, mature love is one of the strongest medicines for a broken heart and trauma, especially trauma from relationships and feeling unappreciated, unseen, unheard, okay? Because you realize that what you experienced in the past is not normal and you do deserve better, and there are people who are willing to give you that. So in a sense, it is very healing for you, and I feel like there's no shame in that, and there's no shame in admitting that. And we see someone coming forward in your life this week who is extremely healthy, and it prevents you from continuously chasing this more past person, whoever it may be for you, who was more selfish and didn't have the skills, okay? They could still be in your life too. Like I said, they feel like there's more past there, but for some reason they're still kind of lingering in your life, in your energy. And you know what's funny? I feel like the more you focus on and spend time with this King of Cups person and energy, the one who appreciates you and who's stable and consistent for you, it actually sort of creates an awakening within whoever this Knight of Cups in reversed is, okay? So that's really interesting. Final row out, seventh card, is the Knight of Pentacles in reversed. Wow. Two knights, both in reversed here. Yeah, there's definitely a situation where you may have a lot of love for someone, appreciation for someone, but like you're just not seeing eye to eye. And also, Knight of Pentacles reverse shows me stagnancy, not moving forward. It shows me like waiting for some sort of appreciation or money to come in. And one thing I will advise you against this week is staying in this energy of waiting. Okay, Spirit is saying no. What you should be doing is focusing on your own creativity and not fearing that rejection. Focus on your goals, your creativity. Focus on your own little life you have here, and try to get out of the energy of waiting. Like if you're waiting for approval or promotion or something with like work or just more of an audience, more exposure, that's the word I was looking for. Instead of just being in that energy of waiting, like do more for yourself, whether it's applying to new jobs, working harder, really indulging in your projects, putting more work out there, whatever you do. I feel like that is what you need to do here. Now, if this is a personal relationship or friendship or like family member, my advice for you is quite opposite, okay? And that is, don't keep doing things for people who do not appreciate it, okay? Pull back and, you know, pour your energy into the things that do continuously grow and show appreciation for you. Pour energy into yourself is what I want to say. Don't sit around waiting for someone to give you an offer or some gift or some form of appreciation, okay? And it's funny because, as I mentioned earlier, it's like when you start doing that, like you pull back and you focus on you, or you focus on the people who are here for you consistently and show that appreciation, I feel like spiritually, psychically, the other person who was once neglecting you or not seeing your worth, you know, it like suddenly they wake up. Suddenly they'll start waking up and you'll see them. They'll come chasing you. All right. So some of you may be in a runner chaser dynamic right now. And like spirit keeps saying, like, focus on you, focus on you, focus on you. And if you want to focus on other people, other relationships, make the focus these King of Cups energies. And the thing about these kings are, they're not the most exciting people in the world because they're stable. Okay, because they are healthy, they're consistent, they're always there. That's the thing, guys. Some of y'all need to get out of this addictive pattern of chasing emotionally inconsistent people. It is addicting, and there is a lot more passion there because your brain is literally flooding with a lot more feel-good hormones when they are finally there, when they're hot versus cold, okay? It's addicting. So when you have stable friends, family, or lovers in your life, you're not gonna be thinking about them 24/7, worrying about them, watching all these tarot readings on them, blah, 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 blah. And I say that as a tarot reader, okay? You will not be doing that because you know that they're there. There's no question in your mind. There's no doubt in your mind. If you have an issue, you can just speak and they'll tell you and it's resolved. Like, that is healthy love, all right? So when you focus more on that in your life, you will attract more of that in your life. And don't be surprised if people from your past or people from your present who are still kind of like keeping you in this ambiguous energy come running towards you because you're no longer chasing them, all right? We have the Two of Cups reversed. Oh my gosh, this whole center row here, guys. This whole center row. Like, come on, we got the Knight of Cups in reversed. Here we got the Seven of Swords in the center and then on the bottom the Two of Cups reversed. This is a relationship ending for some of you, or like and also on the top, the oracle that was on the top was the rejection card, okay? So I feel like a lot of you are rejecting a certain level of treatment that is below your standards, okay? Really, I truly see that. And yeah, this Two of Cups reversed is also right next to the Knight of Pentacles reversed, which is like an offer that never comes, you know, deeper love and romance that never comes, appreciation that never comes. And some of you may be literally cutting ties with someone, but if it's not like, I don't know why, I feel it's more subtle than that for some reason, where it's like emotionally within yourself, you're sort of releasing attachment. They may still be in your life to some degree, but like emotionally you're over it, like you're moving on here. Someone may not be keeping your interest, okay? You may have done a lot of work in the past to cultivate a healthy, secure, like inner psychology, and now you're no longer attracted to people who don't show appreciation, love, affection, and you don't pour back into you. Maybe in the past you were attracted to emotionally unavailable partners, but not anymore. And this person, oh my god, that song by Doja Cat just came to my mind, but now I can't think of it. Say So by Doja Cat may be a song with some lyrics that will resonate for you with the situation. Specifically the lyrics, if you want it, say so, comes to mind because she's essentially talking about like, you know, I'm not like gonna sit here and waste my time. If you want me, say it. If you need me, express it, you know? If you want it, say so. Like, and I just got goosebumps when I said that. So I feel like that's a situation you're working with here where it's like, psychically you pick up that someone's interested in you, they want you, whatever, but it's like, if you're not gonna say it, I'm not gonna sit around here and play these like psychic games where I'm gonna keep pouring into you because psychically I'm picking up that you want me. Like, no, you gotta physically show that. You gotta bring it down into physical reality, into the 3D here. Like, I did not incarnate onto this earth to, you know, still be playing around as a spirit. You have that spirit, which is cool, but like, you really need that physical element as well, you know, to hear the physical words and vibrations in your brain, in your eardrum, okay? Final card out, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. Wow, cutting off dead weight here, releasing anything excess. Ooh, you know, there's like a lot on your plate as it is. And I feel like this deep desire this week to focus on your creativity and the little creative projects you have going on in your life, whether it's like in the home or in business, or if you're an artist of some sort, like that's the focus that you want to, you know, be focused on, right? And as a Cancerian, you know, you may think a lot about the people in your life, the relationships in your life. And I'm seeing here, like, you don't want to be in any connections that just feel heavy, that feel burdensome. And so, guys, I keep coming back to this King of Cups here, which is you also. This is also your energy, showing healthy boundaries and, you know, stuff. But this is also people in your life here who actually are consistent, stable, and show their love and affection for you. And I keep wanting to say, like, even though they may not be the most passionate person on your mind, if you keep focusing on that, you will attract more of that into your life. So you're being asked to focus on those stable, consistent people in your life this week. All right, this is going to be an interesting week ahead. Like I said, there is a lot of shifts and changes going on in relationships at this time. And I feel like that's why, you know, this is a very relationship heavy, emotional heavy reading here. Also, like, there's just a lot of creativity in general. So your biggest takeaway message for this week is to focus on your creativity, even if you've experienced rejection in that area of life before. Okay, if there's any area of life where you were rejected and, you know, it's a passion of yours, it was a life dream of yours, get back into it this week, okay? Focus on your creative ideas and projects, and focus on the people who are loyal, stable, dependable, and a little bit boring, okay? Consistency, the shadow side of that is boring. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. I feel like it's becoming very apparent to you this week who is not the most stable, dependable, and, you know, who may be a little bit selfish. So I feel like emotionally you're sort of severing some ties there. But like I said, don't be surprised that as you move away emotionally from someone who doesn't show you enough appreciation, it may actually wake them up, and they may or may not start chasing after you after that, okay? So that's where I'm leaving you guys. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. There may be more to this story. And if you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my spiritual life coaching sessions there and my goddess energy intention oil there. Also, subscribe, comment, and let me know how this resonated with you down below. I love reading your comments, and like this video if you have not already. All right, bye-bye.